Ni hao. That is the full extent of my Chinese.
这是他唯一会说的中文。
Just by way of introduction, my name is Jon Emmitt, correct? Well done. I am a first-year student at Kerry Baptist Bible College.
他稍微自我介绍一下，他的名字叫 Jon J-O-N， 然后他是第1年的一个神学院的学生。
So all my papers start with the word intro to something.
Intro.
The start of, yeah. So beginner level things.
OK， 所以他的所有学的 paper 都是开始就是什么什么的介绍，所以是一个非常初级的一个班级。
I only look like I've been in ministry for 20 years. I'm actually just starting.
虽然他看起来像是好像已经担任这个传教工作已经20几年了，但是他其实还是很初级的。Yes.
Okay, good morning. It is wonderful to be here. I want to thank you for the opportunity to share God's word with you today. I've never been translated like this before, so you'll just have to take my word for it that I am both wise and incredibly funny, as it may not be obvious in translation.
OK， 他很高兴今天来到这边。他要特别跟大家说的就是说，他其实是一个非常有智慧又非常有趣的人，但是呢，可能透过了翻译，你们可能看不到这些。
Today we're going to look at 1 Peter 2 verses 4 to 10.
一开始他想要请大家来看一下我们的圣经是彼得前书第2章4到10节。
Some of you here may know what it's like to feel different and isolated. For the rest of you, it may not be hard to imagine how it must feel to be on the outside of society. And regardless of how we look and sound compared to everyone else, it is our faith in God that can separate us from other people.
也许我们在座的每一个人，你们可能常常会觉得你们是被这个社会所摒弃在外，或者是你觉得你是孤立无助的。但是，其实我们今天真的来到神的面前，我们要看到的是我们在神里面的信心让我们不一样。
This is the kind of people and churches that the author of 1 Peter imagines he is writing to. People who are marginalized and suffering because of their faith. People who may have even been wavering in their faith.
这也是彼得前书的作者，他特别要在这一本经节里面所特别提到的，他所关注的就是这些被社会所摒弃在外的，或者是在边缘的这些人，就是要让我们来看看神是怎么来对待我们这样子的人。
I say author because commentaries can't exactly agree on who wrote 1 Peter. I say imagines because he probably never visited the churches mentioned in the start of the letter, and these churches were in Asia Minor or modern-day Turkey.
他刚刚有提到说这个彼得前书的作者，为什么提到是作者呢？因为在很多的神学家对于这个彼得前书的到底是谁写的，好像还有一些争议。那么说 imagine 就是说你可以想象一下，为什么用想象这个字呢？因为可能这个作者他本身也并没有去到这个城市，这个城市呢，在现在来讲就是在我们现在的小亚细亚，那么也就是现在的土耳其。
And while today we're going to focus on chapter 2 verses 4 to 10, the opening lines of this letter give us some important context.
好，我们现在就开始来看这个彼得前书2章4到10节。那么开始的第一节就可以提供我们很多的资讯。
So 1 Peter starts with, Peter, an apostle of Jesus Christ, to God's elect, exiles scattered throughout the provinces of Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia.
他现在念的是彼得前书的第1章，他要开始就是要告诉我们说，在彼得前书第1章里面，其实作者已经开宗明义的告诉我们，这个彼得前书它里面究竟要说的是什么。所以他一开始就是说，耶稣基督的使徒彼得写信给那分散在本都、加拉太、加帕多加、亚细亚，还有庇推尼寄居的呀。
By using the phrase God's elect, Peter is taking language usually associated with Israel and the Jewish people and applying it to the Christian church.
用到 elect 这个字，这个是拣选的意思。那么在彼得前书这里面，这个拣选呢是特别是讲到就是以色列人或者是犹太人，在圣经里面有特别提到他们是被神拣选的族群。
So Peter describes the recipients of this letter in the NIV as exiles. Other versions use strangers, alieners, or foreigners. This doesn't necessarily mean that they were foreign to the land they lived in, although they could have been. There is an idea that it could be a metaphor for the Christian life, the idea we express when we say we are in this world, but we are not of it.
好，就是提到说，用到这个名词啊，在他所用的那个圣经版本里面，他其实特别有讲到说，这个字好像是就是外邦人，好是陌生人，好像是不属于我们一起的人。但是事实上，彼得前书这里面要讲的，它并不是说我们是外邦人或是其他的人，而是说我们是怎么样的人，不在于我们是住在哪里，不在于我们住在哪里。在于我们心里面是怎么样 ，OK？ 所以他是说，我们是可以住在这个世界上，但是我们不要属于这个世界，这是他要特别强调的。
So what he is saying is their identity is not found where they are, but in who they are.
就是刚刚说的，不是你住在哪里可以决定你是怎么样的人，而是在于你自己里面是一个怎么样的人，来决定你是一个怎么样的人。
So if you'd like to turn with me to 1 Peter chapter 2, we're reading verses 4 to 10. Do we have them up on the screen?
Okay. 好，我们现在就一起来读这个彼得前书第2章第4到10节。我们一起念，好不好？4到10节，我们一起念。好，我们一起念，来，1、2、3，开始。
主乃活石，固然是被人所弃的，却是被神所拣选、所宝贵的。你们来到主面前，就像活石，被建造成为灵宫，做圣洁的祭司，借着耶稣基督奉献神所悦纳的灵祭。因为经上说：“看啊，我把所拣选、所宝贵的房角石安放在西安，信靠他的人并不至于羞愧。所以他在你们信的人就为宝贵。”在那不信的人有话说，叫人所弃的石头，做了房角的头块石头；又说做了绊脚的石头，也给人磐石。他们既不顺从，就在道理上犯跌。他们这样犯跌也是预定的。唯有你们是被拣选的族类，是有君尊的祭司，是圣洁的国度。是属神的子民，要叫你们宣扬那造你们出黑暗入奇妙光明者的美德。你们从前算不得子民，现在却做了神的子民；从前未曾蒙允许，现在却蒙了允许。
In verse 4, Peter uses this really interesting image of Christ as a living stone. He also describes the people he's writing to as living stones, being built into a spiritual house. This is Peter encouraging and confirming people in their new identity. A new identity which comes from being connected not just to Jesus Christ, but also to other Christians.
好，在第4节的时候呢，彼得前书这里用了一个很有趣的比喻啊，他就是把主比喻成活石，那但是其实他也是把人比喻成活石。他说这个活石呢虽然是被人所弃的，但是却是被神所拣选的。那我们来到主的面前，我们就也像这个活石一样。然后他说这个活石的比喻呢，其实不仅仅是说我们是我们跟神之间的关系，其实也是我们跟其他基督徒之间的关系，也可以用这个活石来作为一个比喻。
And what is the result of being built into the spiritual house? The answer is in verse 5, to be a holy priesthood. It was during the Reformation that the church rediscovered the concept of the priesthood of all believers, meaning that we as individuals have direct access to God through our relationship with Jesus, which is a wonderful thing. However, in this context in 1 Peter, he isn't actually saying that.
OK， 好，在第5节里面呢，他就继续在讲说，怎么样的一个状况，我们会成为一个活石呢？我们就来到主的面前，我们就会像是一个活石，然后我们会被建造成为一个灵宫，做圣洁的祭司，然后会借着耶稣基督来奉献神所悦纳的灵祭。所以这个整个过程就是，我们人是一个活石的时候，我们来到神的面前，我们就可以被神建造成为一个有用的石头。
What he's saying is the church the people gathered in unity in Asia Minor were a holy priesthood. Well, to put it in context today, you, the Chinese congregation at Palmerston North Central, as you gather in His name, you are a holy priesthood, offering spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God through Jesus Christ.
好，他就是继续讲说，当我们基督徒一群基督徒，我们因为神的关系，我们有一个圣洁的，我们成为一个圣洁的祭司。我们在主的里面，我们经过神的这样子的陶冶，经过这样子神的建造，我们每一个人都成为一个圣洁的祭司。当我们每一个人将圣洁的祭司聚集在一起的时候，我们的教会就成为一个圣洁的教会。那么就好像是在彼得前书这里面讲到的一样，我们大家聚集在一起，我们就成为一个灵宫，我们就成为一个有力量的一个教会。
As we move to verse 6, the tone of the passage changes slightly as Peter draws on the Old Testament and continues the stone metaphor. He quotes not exactly, but closely from Isaiah 28, verse 16. I want to read from the New Living Translation as it sets out really clearly how this passage can be read as an encouragement to a suffering church.
他现在在继续往下讲到第6节的时候，他说经上说，看哪，我把所拣选的、所宝贵的房角石安放在锡安，信靠他的人必不至于羞愧。那么他说这个其实在以赛亚书
Isaiah, yes, 28:16.
OK， 在以赛亚书28章在16节里面也有提到同样的这样子的一个比喻。然后他现在想要用一个他的版本是新圣经版本，他要念出来那一段，让大家了解一下这两个之间的比喻跟之间的关系。
So this is the verse. Therefore, this is what the sovereign Lord says. Look, I am placing a foundation stone in Jerusalem, a firm and tested stone. It is a precious cornerstone. It is safe to build on. Whoever believes need never be shaken. Here we see Peter using the idea of Jesus being the solid foundation on which a new priesthood and a new people of God are being built.
以赛亚28章16节这边说到，所以主耶和华如此说：看哪，我在锡安放一块石头作为根基，是试验过的石头，是稳固的根基，宝贵的房角石，信靠的人必不会着急。着急在英文是 shaken， 但这边就是我们翻译成着急。
As we keep moving through the passage, we see Peter using more references from the Old Testament. In the second half of verse 7, we see the stone that the builders rejected has become the cornerstone, which is Psalm 188, verse 22. And in verse 8 we can read, a stone that causes people to stumble and a rock that makes them fall. This is based on Isaiah 8, verse 14.
好，我们如果再继续往下看的话在彼得前书2章第7节后面，他就有讲到说，那些匠人所砌的石头，已经做了房角的头块石头。他的圣经根基非常的稳固，所以他说，其实这一段话呢，在旧约里面也有提到，就是在以赛亚书8章里面，也有8章14节也有提到以这个房角石这个石头作为的比喻，也可以提到。
These Old Testament references combine to reinforce an important point contained in this passage. Jesus Christ affects the fate of every person. How people react to Jesus, whether they accept him or reject him, will decide their ultimate fate.
这些就是引用在旧约的这些经节呢，可以给我们一个很大的启示，就是说在旧约里面有提到这些人他被人所弃绝的人，他最后还是会成为耶稣所重用的一个房角石。这些东西可以给我们现代的人一个很强大的信心，就是说我们虽然会在这个世界上会被人所弃绝，但是神不会弃绝我们。
And to people who are facing serious social rejection themselves, there is encouragement to be found in these verses. They are rejected because Jesus himself was rejected, not because they have been rejected or abandoned by God.
就是刚刚提到的，就是我们如果觉得我们被这个世界给弃绝的话，不要害怕。就像神耶稣自己也曾经被这个世界所弃绝，对不对？所以我们被弃绝不是因为我们作为一个人而被弃绝，神永远不会弃绝我们。所以我们来到神的面前，我们就可以有这样的信心，神永远是会接纳我们的。
John Calvin, using the stone metaphor, put it like this. we must either build on him or be dashed against him. So for people today, the implication is simple and clear. Either accept Jesus as a solid foundation of our faith and find ourselves safely numbered amongst God's people, or reject him and find ourselves outside of God's redemptive plan for humanity.
所以在这边呢，他就讲到有一个那个人类学家哈，叫什么名字 ？Wait a minute, let me check. 在这边有一位人类学家叫做 Calvin， 他就说到，就是他就讲到一个用这个圣经的经节来作为一个比喻，就说我们人如果你不接纳神，你就会因为对抗他，因为跟神对抗的话，你就会永远处于一个败坏的阶段，一个状况。如果你接纳神，你就会在神当中被建造起来。所以你要选择怎么样？你要选择接近神，然后被建造，还是你要选择弃绝神，然后你就活在一个自我败坏的一个状况当中？作为一个人，你要怎么选择呢？
In the final verses of our passage, we come to a really beautiful and hope-filled description of how Peter wants the churches he was writing to see themselves. And again, he is using language that has formerly been used to describe Israel. Sorry. We'll get up to it in verse 9. In verse 9 we read, "But you are a chosen race, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession." The term chosen race is important as this is a term that joins the people to whom this letter is written with Christ.
他现在就是用第9节彼得前书2章9节，唯有你们是被拣选的族类，是有君尊的祭司，是圣洁的国度。是属于神的子民，是要叫你们宣扬那召你们出黑暗入奇妙光明的光明者的美德。他一再的强调，就是说我们是被拣选的族类，我们要有自己要有这样的认知，我们是要做一个有君尊的祭司，我们有神的美德在我们的身上，我们不要自己去弃绝了这些美德。
In verse 4, Jesus is described as rejected by humans, but chosen by God. And in verse 6 we read, "See, I lay a stone in Zion, a chosen and precious cornerstone." The word chosen is translated from the Greek word electos, which as you can hear, can also be translated as elect. So Peter is continuing a theme he started at the opening of the letter when he calls them God's elect.
在第4节里面有特别讲到，我主乃活石，固然是被人所弃的，却是被神所拣选。他一再强调，就是这个拣选这个字，在第6节里面也有在讲到。他说：“看哪，我把所拣选的、所宝贵的房角石安放在锡安，信靠他的人必不至于羞愧。”所以这个拣选这个字呢，在希腊文里面，它就是被选择出来的意思，被选择出来。所以我们是被选出来的，我们要对自己的这个身份要有一种很认真的去看待，然后要对自己有这样的一个身份，要觉得很宝贵。
This sense of being chosen is one that runs through 1 Peter. They are also described as a royal priesthood. This reinforces the idea that they can now draw near to God. Peter also calls them a holy nation, not holy in a moral way, but as separate, set aside for God.
特别他就是用到第9节的这边的一个经文说，我们是被拣选的族类，我们有君尊的祭司。那么我们应该要这种被拣选这种君尊呢，不是一般世俗的观念的君尊，不是说国王皇后这样子的君尊，而是因为在神里面我们才有这样子的君尊，所以我们这个君尊的身份是因为在神的旁边我们才有的，不是世俗的观念，是不一样的。
And this idea of being set aside is underlined in the final phrase, God's special possession. They have been bought and paid for and belong exclusively to God.
好，这个也是刚刚提到的，就是这种很尊贵的身份呢，跟神在一起的身份呢，所以才会变成我们这边才可以这样子讲，我们是神的子民，我们才当之无愧，我们是神的子民。
Which brings about a question. What is the purpose of their special position? That you may declare the praises of him who called you out of darkness into his wonderful light. To declare praise may sound like worship. However, it's more likely Peter is talking about evangelism. So the churches in Asia Minor, despite their suffering, were called to tell people about what God had done for them.
在这里呢，就是因为我们是神的子民，对不对？所以我们就要很清楚的知道说，在神的国度里面，我们是被拣选出来。所以呢，在这个经节的最后，他就特别的提到说，为什么神会这样子把我们拣选出来？然后从这个第10节里面听起来好像是第9节的后面，他说要叫你们宣扬那招你们出黑暗入奇妙光明的美德，听起来好像是要叫我们出去传福音，好去做神的一个使者然后这个使者的这个工作呢，就是帮助了当时在小亚细亚那个地方的人民，他们虽然有受苦，虽然他们的生活不是那样的完美，但是因为有神的这样的应许，让他们就觉得说他们的生活是可以过得去的，他们是有盼望的，他们不会因为他们当时的受苦而沉浸在那样子的苦痛当中。
The term called, as in called out of darkness, refers to their conversion. And this contrast between the light of Christ and the darkness of the world is a common theme in the New Testament. So the message is clear. As people who have experienced the saving grace of Jesus, who lived in the light, they should tell others about their experience.
这个黑暗跟光明的这个隐喻这个比喻，其实在圣经里面我们常常会看到，尤其在旧约里面，常常会看到这个光明跟黑暗的比喻。那么这个黑暗的比喻呢，就可以给我们一个盼望，一个信心，就知道说我们只要活在神的里面，我们就是有光明的，我们就可以出黑暗入光明。所以这个是一个很重要的比喻，在整个彼得前书里面，就是不断的用这样子的一个比喻，一个意象来提醒我们，来给我们一个盼望。
The last verse in our section reflects language found in Hosea. Verse 10 says, "Once you were not a people, but now you are a people of God. Once you had not received mercy, but now you have received mercy."
那么在最后以赛亚这边这个经文也可以回应到以赛亚里面说，从前你不认识主，现在你认识了；从前你不是神的子民，现在你是了。所以这是一个我们自己必须要有一个认知的一个新的身份，这是一个新的身份，但是不是从人而来的。这个新的身份是神给我们的，他让我们有这样子的尊贵，让我们有这样的圣洁，这个身份我们要珍惜它。
Verses 9 and 10 taken together form the climax of the passage that we're looking at today. A passage that was intended to offer hope to the suffering church, that they were the true people of God, and that their rejection was only of an earthly nature, and that they were accepted by God.
那个彼得前书2章9到10节是今天我们要分享的这些经文的一个最高点的地方。这里面就是一再的告诉我们说，我们作为一个基督徒，我们作为一个在地上活着的人，我们只要透过认识神，我们就可以提高我们的身份，我们就可以成为一个君尊的身份，我们就是一个圣洁的国度，我们是我们是神的子民。所以这2节经文是今天他要特别去強調的，在今天的講道里面，希望大家可以特別的去注意。
This was designed to encourage and strengthen them to face whatever suffering may come their way, secure in the knowledge they were God's own chosen people.
这2节经文呢，就是要请大家特别的去注意一下，就是说，对于尤其是受苦，现在正在各方面受苦的人来讲，不要灰心，不要丧志这2节经文可以给你希望，给你信心，让你知道说，我们只要是成为神的子民呢，我们就有这样子君尊的身份，神会永远与我们在一起，所以不要灰心。
So what does that mean for us to be living stones, a chosen people?
那么究竟这个比喻是什么意思呢？成为一个活石，成为一个神所拣选的子民，这到底里面是含着什么样的意思呢？
If we return to the beginning of 1 Peter, you recall he's trying to tell the people he's writing to that their real identity couldn't be found in where they are, but in who they are in Jesus. The foundation of our identity is established in the rock-solid reality of a risen Saviour, Jesus Christ.
所以我们如果从彼得前书前面的经节我们来看的话，我们就可以非常清楚的知道，说我们是一个怎么样的人，不是因为我们住在哪里，譬如说我们住在新西兰，我们就是新西兰人，但是不是这样子，在这个彼得前书里面要提到的 说不是你住在哪里你就成为怎么样的人，而是因为你是怎么样的人，你里面的身份是怎么样的一个人，你就是一个怎么样的人。所以我们要特别的去思考这个问题。
When the Tower of Pisa was first built, it began to lean because its foundation wasn't strong enough. It was also shorter than it is now. They waited about 100 years to see if the ground would somehow become strong enough. And then some guy called Giovanni di Simone in 1272 added 4 more floors to the tower.
他现在要用一个比喻啊，就是说在意大利的比萨斜塔，大家都知道，它刚开始一建造的时候，它就已经是斜的了。但是当时的人呢，就一直等，想说等看看100年以后，它会不会下面的那个基石会比较稳固一点。但是结果等了100年以后没有啊，它并没有变得比较稳固一些，还一直在往旁边倒。所以到了1272年的时候，有一个人叫做什么what's his name？
Giovanni di Simone.
呀，就这个人，这个人，然后他就想到一个方法，他想要用一个方法来把这个比萨斜塔弄得比较正一点，而且在刚刚开始这个比萨斜塔建造的时候，它是其实比现在的时候要矮一些，还要矮一些。为什么会这样？
He actually managed to make the tower lean over even more when he tried to compensate for the original lean by making one side of the upper floors taller than the other. If your foundation is no good, you can't keep building on it.
他就说那个刚刚讲的那个人啊，他为了要让这个比萨斜塔正起来，所以他就在这个歪的这一边呢，他就盖了4层楼上去。结果他盖了4层楼上去呢，他整个比萨斜塔就比现在就比以前刚建造的时候就会高了一些。但是事实上呢，他这个举动并没有让这个比萨斜塔稳固或者正起来，反而让它更斜得厉害了。所以他就用这个比喻来告诉我们说，如果我们的基础不好不够的话，你永远没有办法成为正的。就是我们讲的上梁不正下梁歪，是这样。OK， 大概就是这个意思，就是我们的基础啊一定要立得很稳固，这样子我们才有办法在一个稳固的基石上往上成长。
This then is our foundation. For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, so that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life.
他说在圣经里面呢，这就是我们的基石。圣经里面有讲到这些话就是我们的基石。什么话呢？神爱世人，甚至将他的独生子赐给他们，叫一切信他的不至灭亡，反得永生。这个就是我们做一个人，还有做一个基督徒的一个基石。
If you know him today, if your real identity is found in Jesus, then know this. You, the Chinese congregation of Palmerston North Central Baptist, are a chosen race, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession, and he loves you with an everlasting love. Amen.
他说所以经过他今天这样子的讲解，他希望我们大家可以知道，作为一个在北帕中央浸信会的华人团契中文教会，他相信我们每一个人在座的今天的每一个人都是被神所拣选的，我们都有君尊的身份，我们都有一个圣洁的身份在我们的身上，所以他非常的希望我们每一个人都不要轻看自己的身份，然后他希望在北帕这个地方，我们这个中文教会呢，可以成为一个被拣选的族类，是有君尊的祭司，是圣洁的国度，是属于神的子民，然后神的爱呢，会永永远远的与我们在一起。